Now, what about the voter ID bill? For more on that, let's turn to Team 12's Joe Dana, who's in the Alert Center. And Joe, a similar version of the law has already been struck down by the U.S. Supreme Court. In fact, it happened in 2013. So why sign a law that's already been declared unconstitutional?
Well, Governor Ducey here says he believes there's enough legal nuance to make this law constitutional. Now, the nonpartisan Arizona Association of Counties, they asked Governor Ducey to veto the bill, warning of disenfranchised voters come November and describing the bill as unnecessary and irrelevant. Despite a state house attorney testifying recently the bill is outright illegal, Governor Doug Ducey signed a proof of citizenship voting law on Wednesday. If enacted, the law would require a group of Arizona voters who, up until now, have not been required to provide proof of citizenship to vote to do so.
I believe that voter ID is step one of being able to vote, and proof of citizenship along with that.
A state law enacted in 2005 requires proof of citizenship to register to vote. However, there is an exception. Voters can register as federal voters only. They sign an oath under penalty of perjury, swearing they are citizens. Documentation requirements for federal-only voters are unconstitutional. The new law conflicts with that Supreme Court ruling.
It is a really bad bill.
Alex Galata is from the nonprofit All Voting, an organization that works to remove discriminatory barriers to voting. Galata says the law creates unnecessary hurdles for certain citizens.
It's going to have a disparate impact on folks that don't have driver's licenses and naturalized citizens and people who live in rural communities and tribal voters.
It's also expected to impact a segment of Arizona voters who registered before 2005. The bill's sponsor, Republican Representative Jake Hoffman, says the bill is about election integrity. Hoffman supported President Trump's false claims the election was stolen. The timing of the law and a raft of other election bills around the country are prompting critics to question their intent.
The people who want to write election laws in Arizona right now are not thoughtful people, but they're people who believe in conspiracy theories and lies.
But we think it's good legislation. We think it protects the voters. If somebody on the left wants to challenge it, have at it.
You can expect that challenge. The heavily conservative makeup of the U.S. Supreme Court means if the law is challenged and makes its way to the highest court in the land, it might have a better chance of being allowed to stand this time around. That is what supporters of the law are hoping for. Joe Dana, 12 News.
All right, Joe, thank you.